Did Kyrie ever cook you in one-on-one in practice?
No, he knows he can't score on me.
Fournier, cette fois, attaque le cercle. Trouvé par Daniel Theis. Oh, le contre autoritaire de Daniel Theis.
That was a reason why I chose Monaco. That was like a challenge for myself.
Theis qui choisit la violence. Quelle connexion magique.
And we had so many guys you knew from PlayStation playing 2K. And all of a sudden, you sit in the same locker room with all of them.
Oh, Theis with the jam. Blocked by Theis.
It was a big story for us, and that's something that's going to bond us always together.
Germany have done it. They have conquered the world.
What's up, everybody? Today we are here in Monaco to meet a very special player, World Cup champion, actually Daniel Theis. How are you, Daniel?
Good, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Doing great, thank you. We are going to talk a little bit about your career here in Monaco. How has it been so far?
It's been good. Like we got some good wins, especially on the road. Like at Olympiacos, we had some tough losses we learned from. So now it's like all our focus is on like the playoffs right now.
How hard it is to get into a team that has high ambition during the season, during the second part of the season. Is it hard to integrate yourself?
I wouldn't say hard, because at the end of the day, it's basketball. Obviously, you got to learn the system, the philosophy of the coach, of the team you join. But we have so many good players and a good team that it's easy to fit in and find roles. Obviously, you got to learn like strength and weaknesses of your teammates. It helps to play games. Like I think I had one practice and we played the first game. So I think this helps just like the game rhythm instead of just doing drills and practice.
Who are your guys on this team? You've been here for some weeks now. Who are really your best friends out here?
I think I'm pretty good with everybody. I'm good with Jordan Lloyd. We had some dinners, Alpha, with Mike. I think what this team makes us kind of special is like we have good relationships with everybody, I think, especially in the locker room, and then on the court we show it as well. So but those guys I think I spend most times with off the court.
How was it making that transition from kind of a role player in the NBA to now a key player in EuroLeague?
That was a reason why I chose Monaco as well. Like I wanted to be a big part of a team who wants to win. That was like a challenge for myself as well. Like so from being a role player, just coming here and like being a big part, help this team win, achieve the goals we all wanted or still want. So it's been a challenge. It's been fun, and I like just to keep grinding and with the challenges and grow.
You spent 7 years in the NBA, right? That's it?
7.5.
7.5. Evan Fournier recently said that no team in EuroLeague could play in the NBA because of lack of depth in the roster and stuff like that. What's your take on this?
I think it's a tough take, because first of all, it's completely different rules, and then I think he's right with the depth. Like every NBA team got like at least 15 players on the team, and the athleticism, the game is so different. Like NBA is a lot of one-on-one. They have scorers, one-on-one scorers. Obviously, you have in EuroLeague as well, but it's more team basketball. Play the right, share the ball, don't take too many crazy early shots, and I think it's two different games. I mean, it would be probably interesting to have a really competitive game from an NBA team with the EuroLeague team.
How many wins would Monaco get in the NBA?
I don't even want to say a number. It's a tough one. It's so hard with the travel, 82 games, but like I said, I think it would be fun to see like a EuroLeague team play against an NBA team, like for like the regular rotations, and just go at it.
7 years is a long time. What's your best memory?
Definitely making it to the NBA finals with Boston, and also just I made a lot of friends I still am in contact with. My kids growing up in Boston, or the places we stayed. There's so many memories and good memories. Like I said, I still have friends, teammates I talk to, for example, like Grant Williams, Jason Tatum, like everybody like I still talk to. It's been great relationships. So I think that's something I always look back at.
All right, take me back through time with you. First season, young Daniel Theis, arriving in the NBA. What was the most shocking thing? The first thing here in the NBA, you say, whoa, for real?
I mean, I was on the team. I was in the locker room with guys like Gordon Hayward, Kyrie, Irving, and we had Marcus Morris, Al Horford. Like we had so many guys you knew from PlayStation playing 2K, and all of a sudden you sit in the same.
And now you're playing with them.
You sit in the same locker room with all of them and share the court, and they they talk to you about basketball and try to compete and just play out there. I think there was like the starstruck moment, just sitting there with all those guys in the same locker room.
Did Kyrie ever cook you in one-on-one in practice?
No, he knows he can't score on me.
He can score on you?
Nah. But it's fun. It's also like just to see like how much work those guys put in. Like it's like off the cameras what people don't see, like how much work everybody puts in. It's not like they're just that good, they're talented, but the hours they put in before practice, after practice, from basketball, lifting, taking care of their body is impressive.
Who's the hardest one to guard in the NBA? Hardest player to guard?
I mean, if I go by position, it's probably obviously Jokic, very hard to guard, and then Anthony Davis because he's like a face-up, he shoots jump shots. But you can go down the line, like put so many names out there from KD, Jason Tatum, Kyrie. There's so many. Yeah, so many, bro.
Who was the craziest guy you ever met in the NBA? Really the biggest trash talker with the craziest behavior, basically?
Oh, you have a lot of guys who try to get under the skin. Some of the guys like Patrick Beverley was always good at it.
Did he ever say something to you?
No, not to me. Like I'm a quiet guy, so but those guys they defend the best players and they try to get under their skin. Like it's nothing ever personal. Like they just try to get them out of their game, out of their rhythm, and it's not easy sometimes. So some guys just react to it. Some guys don't.
You've been traded 5 times during your career. And your good friend, obviously, Dennis Schroeder, was traded many times too. He even compared it to modern slavery. He said, man, I'm feeling like I'm getting auctioned off. What's your take on this NBA organization?
Obviously, it's part of the business. It's not about how much a team doesn't want you. Sometimes it's about the money, the numbers, the salary cap. So you got to understand this, and you can't take everything personal. Like, he used those words. I said sometimes, like, it's like Panini cards. Yeah. Like, when you have them, you just switch them out, and what you get, a pack, the pack is like a draft pick. But
like
I said, obviously, it's not easy. It's not easy if you, especially have family with kids. Like, they're in school, you got to pack the bags, you got to take them out of school and move. And it's easier when you're just by yourself or you have a girlfriend, you just pack your 2 bags and you go to the next city. So I think there's a lot of components that play part of it.
You've played with a lot of big names, as you said. One person that I want to talk about is Jason Tatum. Because he gets a lot of criticized on social media. So I want to know if you think he doesn't get enough credit for what he did in Boston.
Definitely too much criticism he got over the years. And he proved everybody wrong last year when they won the championship. Obviously, Boston's a sports city. They're used to winning. From the Patriots, Bruins, Red Sox, it's about championships.
You mentioned that title of Jason Tatum last year, but the final MVP was actually Jaylen Brown. I want to know what you think, who is the real franchise player in Boston, now that you don't play there anymore?
So I don't think it's about obviously everybody wants to be in the finals, wants to be finals MVP. I'm not sure if Steph Curry, I think he got one the last one. So the other 3 times he didn't get a finals MVP. So I think at that stage is when you're in the finals, you win the championship, I don't think you care, like who gets a finals MVP or stuff like this. So I think they achieved something Boston was looking for many, many years to win the championship. Both of them been there for so long. Like Jaylen been there for 9 years, Jason's 8 years. So, and they built something special. They learned how to play along and just win.
I want to remind you of maybe some of the best memories of your life. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that World Cup title with Germany. What do you remind of that?
I could probably relive every moment of it. Like just the team we had with Coach Gordon Herbert, how he put everything together, make everybody believe from day one that we can win the World Cup was just amazing. And everybody bought in. We had roles. We knew Dennis in France going to be our number 1 and 2 options, and everybody else just do whatever needs to be done.
You said at the very first moment you went for that World Cup, you wanted to win because you were viewed kind of as underdogs, actually.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we had a good Eurobasket the year before, and we had a close loss to Spain in the semifinals. So we knew that we could play with the best teams, and we believed it. We believed it from day one, and then we went undefeated. It was a big story for us, and that's something that's gonna bond us always together. So when we meet in 20, 30 years, maybe this generation, we're gonna sit down and talk about the World Cup we won.
Yeah, talking about this generation. You kind of grew up alongside those players, Andy Obst, Maudolo, Jonas Chiman, players like that. What is your relationship altogether?
Like I said, we've been playing for so many years together in the national team, and obviously success bonds. Like I said, like we have this one memory with winning the World Cup is obviously the biggest memory, and there's something it's our own story. Like before was always like Eurobasket was the first meta since like this generation, like, and then winning the World Cup, nobody has done it before, so that's our own story, and that's, like I said, it's gonna bond us for a long time, and obviously playing with those guys for such a long time.
You also played in the same club as Dennis Schroeder in Germany, right?
We played together.
I won't be able to say the name. I gotta admit that. What's the name of the club?
Braunschweig.
Braunschweig.
Yeah, we played there when we were young. So Dennis and I know each other for like 16 years, and obviously then Johannes Vogtmann is a close friend of mine.
You talked about Gordon Ebert as well. We saw that image of him in the locker room, almost tear it down right after the win. How important was he for that World Cup title?
He was the head of the snake, like you say. Like I said, he put everybody together. He put his team together. He had everybody buy in the role. He gave everybody a role for this team, and he made us believe from day one that we can win the World Cup. And obviously, after such a long journey, it's all the stress and pressure comes off. Like when it's over, you win it all. Like everything comes out, and you just like basically flown over with emotions.
Will you be there, Eurobasket 2025 this summer?
I'm definitely going to be there, yes.
I want to know a little bit more about you, because you seem like a quiet person, pretty calm. How is your behavior? How would you describe yourself in your everyday life?
Like you said, I'm very, very quiet. When we're like, for example, when it's not basketball, like I like to go home, spend time with my family, wife, 2 kids.
Yeah, I know you know the Frozen song.
I love what songs. I hear so many kids songs at home. I just started to be home, like spend time. We travel so much, especially like in the NBA season. It's even more like you travel sometimes for 2 weeks. You're gone from home. So I try to spend as much time at home as I can, and just I like to be quiet. I don't have to go out and do dinners, go shopping, see this. Obviously, when you're in a new city, you're gonna explore a little bit, but outside from that, like I'm quiet. I spend time with the family. I like to play golf, and then obviously video games is always a part of it too.
Which video game? Which one?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, be clear.
Way up there, yeah.
At what point of your career, during when you were young, were you like, yeah, I know that's what I want to do in my life. I want to play basketball. I want it to be my job. At what point of your career was it the case?
I think pretty early, when I was probably like 17, 18, I was like, I'm gonna try, put everything on one card. And
No plan B?
No plan B at that time. So luckily, I was blessed that everything worked out. So.
And last but not least, Daniel, are you still in love with basketball?
After the recent success with German national team with the World Cup, here having a bigger role, like obviously you fall in love with the game over and over again.
So that's very fun, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, Daniel. Sure. A little word in French, maybe? In French?
Huh?
Little word in French?
I know only a couple bonjour, ça va.
That's good enough.
I can say je m'appelle. See, I got a little bit.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Daniel.